Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Charles Sabans. I want to welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a hell of a show in store for you guys. Before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Well, as you guys know, the NBA season is about a month and a half away from now from really kicking off. And we're in the summer right now, so there aren't really that many interesting stories. As you guys know, we just finished with the Olympics, and at the end of every Olympic, there's always this talk about what super team is going to come out of this Olympics, what pairing is going to come out of this Olympics. As you guys know, players usually form bonds during these Olympics, and that's how they start building relationships to later go on and become teammates, especially during the Olympics in the summertime when they're spending a lot of time with each other. And then we got a particular interesting story that was centered on a particular pairing that was actually nixed by one Rich Paul. What am I talking about? Apparently, there was a rumor out there that LeBron James was flirting with the idea, the Lakers or whoever was flirting with the idea of LeBron James joining the Golden State Warriors to go play with Stephen Curry, and that Draymond Green was lobbying heavily within the organization for them to pull off the trade and bring LeBron James to the Golden State Warriors. But apparently what happened was one person was against this trade, and that person was none other than LeBron James's agent, Rich Paul, who, according to various reports like Bleach Report and others, was the one that actually discouraged both parties for even entertaining the idea of LeBron going to the Warriors, because he was afraid of the backlash LeBron James would receive if he were to go join another superstar this late in his career. So let's get into one of these articles here. The first one is from foxsports.com. It says, Rich Paul shut down Lakers Warriors trade talks about LeBron James last season. There was a legitimate push last season for LeBron James to be a Golden State Warrior, according to a new report from the independent NBA journalist Mark Stein. Stein reported that trade discussions surrounding James got to the point where there were conversations between Warriors controlling owner Joe Lacob and Los Angeles Lakers counterpart Jeannie Buss, along with a push from Warrior star and James' friend Draymond Green to have the 39-year-old NBA icon consider a move up north. However, those talks never progressed beyond that, largely due to the influence of James's longtime agent, Rich Paul, who was adamantly opposed to the idea with James' image in mind, according to a Stein's report. Sources say Paul implored both teams to scrap the concept, largely because he wanted to insulate LeBron from potential backlash over switching teams for the fourth time in his career. Steins wrote in an article published Sunday via Bleach Report. ESPN reported after February's NBA midseason trade deadline that Golden State had made a push to acquire James before the deadline, but the talks gained little traction once Buss told Lacob that the Lakers had no desire to trade James and referred him to Paul, who resoundingly told the Warriors that his superstar client had no interest either. Green even texted Paul, who was also his agent, about James's potential interest in the Warriors, and was quickly rebuffed per an ESPN report. A similar trade inquiry from the Philadelphia 76ers was also reportedly flatly denied. LeBron James and Warriors superstar Stephen Curry still got a chance to play competitive games on the same team this year when they led Team USA to the 5th straight Olympic gold medal in men's basketball. James, the face of the team and the United States national flag bearer at the 2024 Paris Open ceremonies, averaged 14.2 points, 6.8 rebounds, 8 points. Okay, so you heard what the article had to say there. What are my thoughts? I think that was an astute decision by Rich Paul. Number one. Number two, it clearly shows that these guys understand what the chatter would have been and the discussion would have been had they been able to pull off that trade. I think Rich Paul is also cognizant of the fact that some people hold it against LeBron James for creating super teams and creating an imbalance within the NBA ecosystem. There's some people that hold that against him. As a matter of fact, there's some former players that hold that against him. right? I know Michael Jordan certainly said, there's no way in his mind he would ever think about calling up Larry Bird or Magic Johnson to go play with them. He said he would be more concerned about being those guys. But he said, I'm a competitive guy. So that's the way that I view things. A lot of NBA fans frowned on LeBron James' decision to do that. So Rich Paul recognizing what the backlash would have been, I thought it was an astute decision. But let's assume for example, that they somehow did the trade and LeBron somehow ended up with the Warriors roster and they were to go on and win a championship. Are we supposed to be looking at that and saying, oh, look, now he had 5, he won away from, are we supposed to be taking that seriously? Now, I know LeBron fans would take it seriously. How do I know this? Because they took the in-season tournament championship last year seriously. They took that seriously. So they'll take anything seriously. But the vast majority of us, we're supposed to look at that and be like, what? Oh, man, he really stuck it to Jordan now. Oh, Jordan never saw this one coming. No. Nobody would have taken it seriously except LeBron fans. Now, certain people in media would have pushed for it and all of that. But look, I think it was a smart decision to make. And I don't think even if he went on there to win a championship, it wouldn't move the majority of us. Some people are upset with me for saying that I removed LeBron James out of my top 5. And let me repeat it once more. I have removed LeBron James out of my top 5. I have. Some people have also been getting upset with me for saying that comparing LeBron James to Michael Jordan is laughable. I think it's laughable. I think it's one of the biggest jokes, running jokes that we have going in sports right now. I do. I don't see what makes these guys so close. I don't see it. If you sit down any level-headed LeBron fan and you ask them to explain it to you, they couldn't do it in any sensible way. And most importantly, you have to make too many concessions to put LeBron next to Jordan. What am I talking about? The losing. What about the losing? It doesn't matter. That's another reason why you can't respect these people, because they don't even care about winning. All they care about is stats. That's all they care about. The only time they value winning is when you compare a player with less rings than LeBron to him. Then they'll say, but LeBron has more rings. These people are the jokes of the internet. And I hope I continue to piss you jigaboos off. I hope I do. I hope y'all go do 5 more lives. Spend the next 26 hours doing a live. I hope this time for your sake, 4,000 people watch so you don't waste 15 hours of your life doing a live. I hope you do. Keep our name popping in the algorithm. We appreciate that. But nobody would care. And I'm going to be the one saying it. That LeBron not in my top 5. He used to be. But the antics. Now, some people say, but what does the antics have to do? It has a lot to do with it because it says a lot about your character, my boy. And the grimy moves you pulled off to get where you at. You can't be building super team after super team. We ain't jacking you the way we would jack somebody else. We're not appreciating the way you throw all of your teammates under the bus. We don't appreciate the fact. I heard one of these guys is maybe like a lover's quarrel. And they're like, well, he's like, listen, I know that you love LeBron James a lot. You probably ain't got a girl. I know for damn sure you ain't got a wife, but I know you love LeBron James a lot. Can you tell me one thing LeBron has done wrong in the last 4 years that you could say LeBron James did this wrong? Do you know what this, do you know what this person said? He said, well, I can't really think of anything. I can think of anything that LeBron has done in the past 4 years that'll make me critical of him. I think he's just been a model of he's just been a pristine individual. These are the people. The antics, the constant deflection is always somebody else's fault. These are the narratives. Going to the NBA finals wearing a cast on your hand, like making everything about you. I can't rock with him. Y'all can have him. But I just come to the realization that I can't rock with a dude like that. Number 2, I don't know how I can put you in the top 5 with a losing final record and everybody else in the top 5 has a winning record. I don't know how I can do that. I don't know how I can put you ahead of Jordan. I don't know how I can put you ahead of Kareem. I don't know how I can put you ahead of Kobe. I don't know how I can put you ahead of Tim Duncan. I don't know how I can put you ahead of Magic Johnson. I don't know how I can put you ahead of Shaq when these guys all dominated at the highest level of the sport. I don't know how I could do that. I certainly can't put you next to a guy that only lost 1 playoff series and 1 All-Star. I can't do it. I'm sorry, I can't. I refuse to twerk with you. Take your honey, and go somewhere else and go rub it over somebody else's belly. I'm not interested. These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, leave your thoughts in the comment section. We catch you on the next show. Peace.